It's a crazy signal, all still in place. We're on the outskirts of Kirkby and Ashfield today to trace part of the Bentinck Colliery line, and it's rather unique because you've got a foot crossing and you can then access the old track as well. And Stephen was saying that there's no fencing along here either, which is a bit strange. But then you've got this this foot crossing here, which looks fairly new. So yeah, let's have a go along the track bed. And Stephen, as we're in the area, we've brought a local guide with us. We've got Ant here.
Hello.
From Trekking Exploration, and he's already done this before. Leave a link in the description of the line. Yeah, so thank you very much.
Yeah, it's one of my favourites. So it's one of the very first ones I did. So it's always nice to come back and see something that when I was starting to do stuff, and you get addicted to this kind of thing when you see stuff like this, and you just want more. And this is nice to come back to an old favourite, really. Definitely,
we're really looking forward to it. So yeah, let's go and crack on. Oh, you can hear the ballast under our feet already. We're now leaving the line, and in this direction it goes up towards Kirkby and Ashfield. The track is largely in place for a little while up here. It's one of these things where you don't know whether or not to tread on the wood or tread on the bit between. So apologies if it's a bit bumpy. I feel like I'm taking giant steps up here.
Surprised how clear it is.
It is very clear, yeah.
I saw it being really overgrown, really difficult to walk on.
Yeah, I did think that too. That's the bridge we came through from underneath. So it's a 2-arch bridge with some reinforcement underneath it. And you were saying that this closed around 98, wasn't it?
I'm sure the colliery shut mid-1998, and stockpiles went down last workings, I believe, early first quarter of 99. So there would have been trains sat on here right up until the end of the century.
Wow.
Which is, it's 25 years ago now.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of lines, that's relatively recent, really, isn't it?
It is, yeah, yeah. What are you thinking of it so far? It is crazy. You can see from the date here that some of these have been repaired as late as 1997, only for the line to close shortly after.
On this side you've got 1981.
Oh yeah,
That's like even older.
that is.
But I think you look 97 again on that wheels.
Oh yeah.
So they've only replaced a few, haven't they, as they've gone along?
Yeah. And in the distance you've got the line going off to Kirkby and Ashfield, and we've just come from the Selston end. Yeah, they are buried, aren't they? This road, God, it's not a road. This track takes us up towards the colliery, and then we have to divert a bit, don't we?
Yes, you've got to come away from it, unfortunately. It's all been built on for probably about half a mile. But you actually get to take in a bit of the old Great Central line to actually get back to where the other half. So, like I said earlier, it's like a bookend, and the bookends are fantastic. You've got track work and everything's still at this end. At the other end, you've got different things, and there's some nice surprises that you'll like when you get there. But in the middle, there's just that little bit where you've just got to walk around it, unfortunately.
Yeah. With all these dates on where they've been repairing these tracks, it's like collect them all in a sort of like a sticker album or something from back in the day. You've got 1984, you've got 97. Wonder what the oldest one is along here.
We've got a 1982 just here. I don't think we've had that yet, have we?
Oh,
Did we have 84 before?
I think we had 84, yeah.
There you go.
You're all right.
Nice. 91.
So this is the end of the line as far as the track. I guess it's been lifted from then onwards. You can see in the Selston direction where the line curls off as it heads to meet the double track. We'll see how far along we can get.
It's curious how they just got to the point where this... Oh, that's it, lads. We'll sever it here.
Yeah.
We'll leave this bit here. It's whether it goes on to colliery land at this point or something, and it might have been owned by... It often is the case when it goes on to like private land, like the colliery, for example.
Like crossing the boundary or something.
Yeah, you do get that quite often, and they probably lifted theirs, sold it on, but the Network Rail, or it would have been rail track in the late 90s, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They've just probably forgot about it, or think it's probably cost more to lift it than what it's worth.
It probably would, yeah.
I get the feeling you could come back in 20 years and this will still be here.
It probably still would be, yeah. That's 58, I think. 1958.
Tell you what, you could clean that up and...
Fetch a penny.
Yeah.
There's BR on it.
It does, yeah. That's really cool. Just goes to show. You never know what you're going to find.
No.
Looks like a farm access point. We hit a bit of a clearing up here as we come from the Selston end and work our way up towards Bentinck. It's crazy how it's kind of cleared up here, but then maybe you get, I don't know, farming vehicles up this way possibly. I wonder what on earth that would have been. Some kind of gully or drainage or something, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that farm is literally around here as well, where those three bridges are.
Shows you how wide it is.
Yeah, it's about as wide as your foot. Don't want to trap it down there.
No.
Yeah, it's either a drain or something was stuck in there. Like a post, maybe, or...
We're just going to have a look at these bridges up here. You've actually got 3 of them. Oh yeah, we're on the middle one.
1897.
God. Yeah, that is getting on a bit.
That's older than my other half.
I can't say something like that myself. Blimey. And then just ahead, I take it this is where it would have been like fanning out towards the colliery.
Yeah, I can't 100% say which one was in use. I'm going to probably say it was maybe the middle one, because of the age of that and the positioning of that one doesn't really tie in with the track bed that we've just seen. So I'd have thought they'd kept the one that was more straight with what you've got over there.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can see the break in the brickwork. Like, you can tell they were all built at different times.
Yeah.
So you've got the blue brick down there, then it goes to the red brick, and then it goes back to red and blue over there.
Blimey. Get a closer look at the underneath of these bridges.
I mean, that was totally gone, hasn't it? There's just not even a base to it anymore.
Yeah.
It's just hollowed out. But that's amazing, that is.
Crazy to think it stood so long.
See if there's one on the other side as well. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure that stands for Bentinck Colliery. The P is probably Pie Bridge, because the other line would end up over there, and then it would be bridge number 3 along the route.
Right.
So the one where the River Awash goes under is probably going to be either number 4 or number 2. But
Right.
I think that was the first bridge coming from that way. So there's potentially something else down there. But they include the culverts as well. So.
Yeah. As we follow the route, we've come up to a second signal. Another form of signal as well. We're hitting the jackpot today, aren't we?
Yeah.
And that heads towards the colliery site.